Hey guys, so it's a little different. We're in a little bit of a different area. I am actually in the basement of the townhouse that I'm living in next year with my friends Shannon and Sarah. And I'm filming this the night before it's supposed to go up. So, you know, we're making do with what we got. So I just thought I'd film this quick little fun casual video where I go over my rules for journaling. And I've mentioned this like in other videos. I know I've talked about it and told you guys what those rules are, but I thought like I should have like one set video of it because I've never made like one full video where I just like explain it all to you guys. I'm literally in like my sweatshirt and some sweatpants and this blanket. I actually got this sweatshirt from a thrift store for like, I think it was like $3. Like it was like this really cheap thrift store and like you cannot beat that. I'm not a fan of baseball, but you can't beat it. And I literally wear this all the time. We're just extra cozy today. So before I tell you guys like my rules, I wanted to really quick just do a little recap of my history of journaling. So I've been journaling since I was 6 years old. I'm currently 19, about to turn 20. So I've been journaling for over half of my life, which is crazy. And I started daily journaling over 5 years ago. On January 1st of 2017, I decided to make it my New Year's resolution where I would journal every single day for a full year, and I kept doing it. And so here we are now. All of my journaling rules are not things that I've like always done. They're just like kind of things that I've added on and acquired like over the years. So obviously now I follow all of those journaling rules, but like they kind of just like added on again like over the course of like my, I don't know, 14 years of journaling, over 13 years, something like that. All right, so my first rule for myself is that I have to start journaling before midnight. And so this is like specifically for like my daily journaling. So in order for me to count it as like journaling each day, I want to start before midnight, because if it passes midnight, we're technically on the next day. I don't have it that I have to finish my journal entry by midnight. I just have to start it by midnight. So I could literally like write literally a single word or like two. I try to do like at least a sentence, but like as long as I'm starting writing, I've like written the date and everything, and I'm writing the entry before midnight, then it counts. I don't, again, have to finish it by midnight though. I don't always write it all at the same time though. So if I start writing at like 11:58, I don't have to like finish my entry like all in one sitting. So a lot of the times what I do for myself in order to meet that midnight deadline is I will set an alarm, usually around 11:30 honestly, to just like remind myself to journal before midnight so I don't miss the time. And then most of the times when that alarm goes off, I'll like be in the middle of doing something like homework or whatever. So I'll just like write a sentence. I'll be like, I'm working on my anatomy and physiology homework or something. I'll finish writing later. And then when I continue writing later, I'll like put a little dashed line and I'll continue my journal entry later, and I'll write like the updated time, which I'll get back to in a bit. When I'm at college especially, it can be hard to make the midnight deadline. Sometimes I do have to plan in advance though in order to like reach that midnight deadline. So if I'm going out and I think like I'm not gonna be back in time to like my room or anything before midnight, I will journal earlier in the day. Or like for example, last night I was going out with some friends, which you'll see in my vlog on Wednesday coming up. You'll see that like I was out and about and I ended up staying the night at a friend's place, and I didn't have my journal with me. So I had actually planned ahead of time and made sure to journal earlier in the day. So like one, I could meet that like midnight deadline, and two, so I could like finish the journal entry before the end of the day. So that kind of leads me into my second rule for myself, and that's that I have to write at least 1 page a day. So like I just said, I made sure to like finish that journal entry, like that full page, before I went out last night, because I knew that I was probably going to be spending the night at a friend's house afterwards, and I didn't want to like take my journal or anything. So I just like finished the page then, and I wrote before midnight, and it was all good to go. I will say that the full page that I write doesn't always have to be like writing on every single line. Like last night again, I wrote like a few sentences where it was just written really big all over the entire page, and it was just like super quick, super easy. I try not to do that all the time because I do like to like actually fill the entire page with words on every single line, but like sometimes I draw pictures, sometimes I do like little doodles or colors, or just again write really big, or like designs and calligraphy. I kind of like change it up a bit, but for the most part I do try to write on like every line when I can. But the main rule is just that I have to fill up the page. I do try to have at least some words though, and not like only drawings. That's just for me, that's just like how I do it. And then I guess my next rule is that not only do I have to write the date, which I feel like is kind of a given with journaling, but I also write the day of the week and also the time on the top of my entries, because I just feel like it gives it so much more context to your journaling if you're writing like a 3 a.m. journal entry versus a 3 p.m. journal entry. Like they're just so different different, and like it just like kind of lets you know like where you're at in your day. And also, so you know how I mentioned like sometimes I'll like start the journal entry like right before midnight, or if I start it in the morning and I like finish the page later in the day, I put like a dashed line, and then when I start writing again to finish the entry or whatever, I'll write the time that it is now, so you can like tell the time that has like elapsed since I last was journaling earlier in the day, and then you can tell like, you know, how long it was since I last journaled. I just think it like just gives so much more context and meaning to your journal entry. I didn't always used to include the day of the week or the time. The day of the week, by the way, I like using because it's like if you're writing on like a Friday, that's like so different than like writing on a Monday. Or even like if on Monday I say, oh, I have this thing on Wednesday that I have to do, you know that like it's in 2 days from when you wrote that journal entry. Whereas if you didn't write the day of the week, you wouldn't know like if Wednesday is in like 2 days or if it's like 6 days from now or whenever. So I just think like that just is cool. But anyway, I didn't always do like the day of the week and the time, and I also didn't always do the full page in a day. The writing before midnight one started when I started doing like daily journaling, same with the page a day, and then adding the date and the time was something that I started doing I think within the past year or two. And then the last one like journaling rule that I have for myself is that I have to write in pen. So you guys should know by now that I have to write in pen. Pencil is just no bueno. Don't like it for journaling. I did, however, used to write in pen. I mean pencil. I used to write in pencil. I write in pen now, always and forever, except for like when I first started journaling, which you can see in my like reading my old diary videos, that I like the first part I used to write in pencil at the beginning of my journaling. So I look back at that and I cry and I just hate that. But I do write in pen now, and a lot of people ask me like, oh, what if you make mistakes? Like, what do? You can't like erase them. I just cross it out because honestly I think it's like really just like, I don't know, you can't erase your mistakes, so just cross it out in pen, scribble over it. Like, I feel like it gives more character, if anything, to your journaling, and it also forces you to kind of like be in the moment with your thoughts. Like, you can't go back and like totally erase things. And like it's cool because like if I'm like writing about like something that happened or like telling a story or something in my journal and I like realize I forget I added a detail, you can just go back and like add a little caret, add it in. Or you could like literally write like, oh my gosh, can't believe I totally forgot to mention this thing. So like it adds like more character, like makes it feel more like personable, I feel like. And then also I feel like sometimes I'm more like, if anything, more thoughtful with my journaling, because like when you're typing something you can just like type it out, whatever, and you can go back and edit it and change it up. But when you're journaling, like it is your thoughts in the present moment and you can't go back and change it. And so you have to like kind of like think through your words, or even if you're just like racing through it, like it's really representative of how you're feeling. And I feel like it's just, I don't know, I feel like the mistakes should be embraced rather than like perfectly like cut out and polished up and everything. Does that make sense? These are just my rules, by the way, too. These are not rules that you have to follow for journaling. You can obviously do whatever the heck you want with your journaling, but these are just what I do for my own journaling experiences and whatnot. If you have any like rules for yourself, let me know like what that is. Maybe you like always have to start your entry with writing like what you're grateful for, or like the highlight of your day. Or maybe, I know some people always write the weather of the day, which I think is really cool. Maybe you only write like once a month and you have to write like this many pages whenever you sit down and write. One of the rules that I am trying to like implement for myself, it's not like a rule, but I'm just trying to add more color into my journaling. It's like kind of a New Year's resolution of mine to just like, not every single entry, but just to kind of here and there like add little like fun ways to add, you know, color, which I do want to make a full video about that too, how to like spice up your journal entries with fun colors and doodles and whatnot. I just want to start doing that more because it makes me like happier to like flip back through entries and like reflect on things. And I also just love doing it when I like sit down and spend the time like adding some fun stuff to the journal entries. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know any other videos that you want to see. I have a lot planned. I just need to like sit down and film them. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow. I mean, wait. Whoa, not tomorrow. I'll see you all on Wednesday for my weekend vlog, which I'm filming right now. I wonder if I can get a thumbnail that's like around like this. What if this was my thumbnail? Should I do that? I kind of like it. I look like a little worm. If anyone's still watching this, please like screenshot this and like make a meme or something. Send it to me on Instagram and just like, I don't know, I feel like that'd be really funny. Woo! Anyway, bye guys.